Welcome back, you're watching Storyboard. A week before Diwali, sales at top retail chains indicated a subdued festive season, with most retailers expecting just a 10 to 12% spike in sales versus the usual 30 to 40%. But with Dhanteras coinciding with payday, retailers are hoping for a last-minute boost during this Diwali weekend. So will it end up being a happy Diwali for them? Storyboard checks in with Croma's Ajit Joshi, Big Bazaar's Akshay Mehrotra and Skechers' Sanjeev Agrawal.
Hello and happy Diwali to all three of you.
Happy Diwali.
And to begin with, Ajit, is it a happy Diwali?
It is extremely happy because great products have been launched now. Today being the Dhanteras, first time a company like Apple has understood the significance of Dhanteras, and they are launching their 5S series in India today. And if you see this Diwali, we got some fabulous products, and which are technology based. One more thing which has happened, everybody criticized government for banning that 0% finance. But we forgot to thank government, when they put a ban also on those TVs which were coming as part of your luggage from Bangkok and Dubai and those kind of places. That has given a tremendous boost to a category which was not so growing fast, is the flat screen TVs.
What is your view on, is it a good Diwali for you?
It's a good Diwali. I think the interesting part is that fashion businesses are doing quite well, and I think we're able to build the categories today. So it's not just becoming how do we just go out and push discount, but actually where we go and build value with a great product offer. So fashion is doing very well. We see the home categories and especially home decor doing exceptionally well. So it becomes a fair mix where interesting products come in and consumers look at really personal enjoyment. They want to wear good stuff or decorate their homes beautifully. And that's getting a very large uptake in Diwali. So I think the personal space is becoming quite important. And as people get more closer to that in festive, which is supposed to be a all-in enjoyment period, I think consumption picks up.
Sanjeev, now you've got two very optimistic tones. Do you share this optimism?
Yeah, I think overall for us, the Diwali has been pretty good. We are of course a new brand, and therefore all the work that we are doing in terms of demand creation is helping. However, I'm not sure if everybody is having a good Diwali.
Right.
When you go to the malls, it's not as crowded as you would want it to be. So I think some of us are doing well. That does not necessarily mean everybody is doing well.
How would you react to that? All of us are not doing well.
I fully endorse his views on that. The Indian consumers have really understood this retail game very well. You cannot mark up the prices and then offer discounts, have some gimmicky things, buy now and I give you some kind of a voucher to be redeemed multiple times of that, the value of that voucher. Customers want today the straightforward deals, and that's what matters.
I mean, what would you say is the undertone? Are we having a difficult time or not as far as retail is concerned? Now forget about Diwali, let's say 3-4 months from now. What are the shops going to be like 10 days from now and 15 days from now and 1 month from now?
Let's be honest, okay? Diwali is happening in the first week of November this year. Obviously, depending on the credit card company and the cycle, people are going to be hit with credit card bills by end of the month.
Right.
So purchase pattern will vary, okay? And if you are from Big Bazaar, you would know that every Wednesday you have great sales, but come to month end, the sales die down.
Right.
That's a fact of life.
Right.
So if you don't do your phasing right, yes, you are going to cry that I'm down with my business.
Right.
But again, by 15th of December, we get a second surge in the business. So all the retailers who are running these large chains have understood this game very well. They understand the customer psyche very well. So we need to respect that also. So customer is not just going to walk into your store and start spending. They have understood this, and many times we make assumptions that the customer, we can fool him this way or that way. Gone are those days. I mean, that is not going to be possible.
I think it's a difficult period this time. So because Diwali being a lot earlier, so bonuses came out very late. If you look at the status of most companies or when they release their bonuses, it's hit this weekend.
Right.
So the money in customer hand will now come in. So there's a cash shopper and there's a credit card shopper. The cash shopper will now shop. Diwali being on a weekend, the number of days to shop are also restricted. The weekend is you don't shop on the Diwali day. You shop a day or two before.
Right.
So I would say today is the day when salaries have hit. Today is the day where consumers go out and shop. It only gives him 2 days to shop, which makes overall consumption come down.
Okay, before I come to you,
If I can just say,
Yeah.
you know, I agree with him, but also at Croma, what we are seeing is that people are not necessarily buying for that particular day. Yes, we will have Dhanteras as one of the highest days in the year, but thanks to retailers like Big Bazaar who have created national festival days. So those are also the days when we get a surge like Dhanteras. So some of the the areas in retail, the customers are matured, they buy consistently, not necessarily they come and buy. And especially in our category, you just can't surprise your wife by buying a fridge. You need to get her involved.
tell me what is happening to margins, because the consumer seems to be king. Every time you have, one of your big sales, or you don't do sales yet, but it will, I'm sure, or your sales. So what is happening to margins? Is it viable? And is a small retailer going to get crowded out of the marketplace?
Well, I can't talk about the smaller retailers because Croma today we are the largest player in the CDIT business, and as the volumes have grown, the margins have got better. Our
Right.
private label has done very well. We get our private label manufactured from some of the leading brands because they have the excess capacity. We haven't compromised on that. There are two things which are happening. There is a market which is emerging for, like Samsung has launched a new television set for it's 85 inches, 27 lakhs of rupees, and that's selling very well. Okay, but at the same time, people are also buying the private label products for their second bedroom or the third bedroom. Croma LCD, if it goes into the kids' bedroom, I'm happy with that because those kids are going to grow with my brand in their bedroom.
Right. So what about you? Your private labels? I mean, you've got
So
a.
private labels are fairly important. Fashion is a large
Does
component.
that help you improve your margins on
Yeah,
overall?
it's a mix of margin. More to do, it also brings in a customer traction. As the private label is limited only to your retail outlet, I think once consumer experience and says, yeah, this is good quality, he keeps coming back. The fear of losing the consumer comes down substantially. So remarketing costs almost diminishes.
Right.
Right, and most of our products are regular consumption. So either it's fashion or let's say it's bed sheets or towels, etc. Where once you buy it, you're coming back every 3-4 months to keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. I think festive is the time period where he looks at for the first time and buys at an entry point. But he will come as the regular consumption cycles are also built.
Right.
And the continuation helps build overall larger traction.
Here he was talking about Apple embracing India, and therefore Apple recognizing Dhanteras as an important day. Are you going to see more and more international brands being forced to learn about this India and sort of change their plans a bit?
We expect to,
Right.
but I don't think that the change is significant.
Right.
You have a lot of retailers, and I don't want to name them, a very large fashion retailer which is a multinational, which is running a 3-day 20% off promotion.
Right.
Right in the midst of Diwali, and it's a premium brand.
Right.
So that's harakiri to me.
Right.
So there will be people who will do these kind of things to make sure that the sales happen.
Right.
As a matter of fact, some people may want to try and replicate Black Friday, so therefore will want to go on sale the next day after Diwali, which is again harakiri, because in India what we've seen is that the week after Diwali is also very strong in terms of business,
Right.
because of holidays. And like it was mentioned is that if the bonuses come late, you haven't had the opportunity to spend the money, so you even spend it after Diwali. Unlike in the West where Christmas Day, you have to gift and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's very different. So, but I'm not sure if the learning curve is as fast as it should be.
So overall, are we going to see another week of good?
Oh yes,
spending?
definitely, no question about it. I
Right.
mean, in most parts of the country, specifically in Bombay, there's holidays going on
Right.
for school holidays and stuff.
Is that good news or bad news? Because
Oh, that's
people are going
good
out of
news.
town.
No. See, the percentage of people going out of town is always a minuscule percentage compared to the overall population.
Right.
That never worries me. It only excites me for two reasons. One, the sales go up, and the other one is traffic comes down.
Right. Okay, I'm going to sort of close this with one question I'm going to ask each of you. Start with you, Sanjeev. 20 days from now, when you go to your boss and give him the numbers, are both of you going to be happy?
Yeah, I think I'll be happy.
And
I
will he
would
be happy?
Sorry?
Will he be happy?
My bosses are never happy, so let's not get into that. But I think we're doing reasonably well. I think Skechers has made its mark in India, and this is really the first festive season for us.
What about you, Akshay?
I think for a large retailer like ours, it's about really getting a large number of consumers. I think it's more than the boss has to get pleased. I see a number of consumers who trust the brand who comes in. I would say the 30 days of festive, as we call it.
By that benchmark, will you and Kishore Biani be happy?
I'm sure Kishorji will definitely be happy. Let's put it like this: at least 1 crore Indian come to Big Bazaar in this 30-day festive period. So it starts from Onam, Pujo or Diwali. But it's the largest number of retail consumers ever coming in and looking at and experiencing buying and a happiness in buying. This is the time period when they're happy to buy and spend money. I think that is very large.
Yes, and finally you. So what happens 20 days from now?
I think we are doing pretty well, and we are delivering the numbers what the board had given. So I think bosses will be very happy about that.
Thank you all of you, and great Dhanteras to all of you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Retailers expect sales to continue well into next week and will be pulling out all stops to woo the consumer. Let's take a break here on Storyboard. Coming up ahead, how movie advertising for horror flick Carrie gets it right.